To do a good job, you don't need to be expired. Oi.
And that's it.
Hi, I'm Vi. I'm graphic designer for our internal brand, communications and events, and our live and office TV are basically my main design territories.
My name is Vladislav. I'm an UX UI designer in Gurtam, and I'm working on internal projects and tasks.
Hello, I'm Sasha. I'm UX UI designer. Now I work with our mobile team, and I'm responsible for creating mobile version of Elon.
My name is Nastya. I'm a marketing designer at Gurtam. I create exhibitions booths, web, print materials, souvenirs for our partners, and a lot more.
What's the most ridiculous thing someone has said about designers?
The most ridiculous thing I've ever had is that design is not a real profession. That it doesn't require any knowledge or skills, and you just can open the Figma and start doing pretty things.
A fresh out of university designer once told me that they are going to completely disregard clients' thoughts and wishes on their work, and that the design should be done only the way the designer intended it to be and no other way. And I honestly wish them good luck with that.
I have said people say designers do nothing and just moving pixel.
Well, a lot of people think that designers just pick pretty fonts and colors and do it really quickly. So once a client asked me to create a full brand book in 2 days, as it was just a few pictures and fonts and that's it. But design, it's not just decoration, it's structure and logic.
What is the biggest misconception about your profession that surprises you?
I think the most unpopular misconception about designers is that UX UI designer is supposed to be good at drawing.
The biggest misconception is designers do only design. Sometimes I have to work with code or help our QA with design reviews or help our colleagues from customer service with personal design or local. You will be surprised. Designers must understand how their design will be implemented technically.
Which product or service would you love to redesign?
At our company, I would like to redesign our CRM system, make it more clear and easy to use for users. And on a bigger scale, I would like to redesign VMI because for me it feels a little bit outdated and confusing.
Any Lithuanian service, from Sveikata medical platform to VMI. Every time when I open these platforms, I instantly feel lost and I don't know where I am and what should I press, so it's really frustrating.
Some function our beloved Violon. If there is request for any improvement, I would like to share my ideas. Also, I often use Wise and the other applications, and I would redesign them.
Tell us about a task that made you feel like a superhero afterward.
Our vision and strategy animation and QQGurtam.com, which is currently the work in progress at the moment of the recording. But yeah, both of the projects were challenging and relatively new project type-wise here at the company. So yeah, and they both turned out to be really good.
Our inner HR tool, Headley, I need to deep dive into their process, conduct several interviews, analyze data, and only then do redesign. Also, I was proud of myself when I found solution for geofences in our Violon. The solution is to show geofences on the map in a better way.
I think that any tasks that leads to the real results make me feeling like a superhero.
If your Figma files could talk, what would they say about you?
That I should get screened for ADHD, probably. I always know what's going on in my files and that there is a system actually, but Anna likely will disagree with me.
They'd probably ask me remove not necessary references and unused drafts.
Hopefully they can complain.
Have you ever had a design fail that you now remember with a smile?
It's not like a design fail, but one day I just removed a design file with more than 100 screens in it and without ability to restore. So keeping all in one file, it's not always a good idea.
So yeah, once I created around 85 images and then my colleagues told me that I misunderstood the idea, so I need to redo all of them.
Oh yeah, I had a huge event program prepared on a giant A0 format for my university project presentation. And when I was scanning the poster on the wall, I have noticed that instead of Festivalio Programma, it had huge Festivalio Programma written, and yeah, no one else noticed actually.
What's the funniest or weirdest client or stakeholder feedback you've received?
Add more design to the design, my favorite.
When I was freelancing, one of my clients said yes, but no, about my final design.
A client in the past had an urgent, we need it by tomorrow morning type of task, and I moved any other projects, reprioritized everything, and managed to actually deliver the project on time. And when I did so, the client cheered and asked me if they can pay me less, since I managed to do this so effortlessly fast.
What would you win a design Oscar for?
Maybe for staying calm under the feedback pressure and such words as something wrong, but I cannot explain what exactly, so can we try again?
For pixel perfect design that no one notices, but everyone loves.
For an ability to learn almost anything in the shortest term possible. Like, if I don't have a skill for something yet, just give me a week and enough emotional space to freak out, and there will be a decent result.
What is the best font in the world?
I really like Inter and Futura. They both are clean, simple, and looks fancy.
I somehow don't have one. I enjoy a lot of fonts. Their properties and quirks, they fascinate me tremendously, but I do not have any strong connection to a particular typeface.
Comic Sans.
Comic Sans! Comic Sans!
Comic Sans.
What do you love most about your job?
When I find solution which solve problem, is the best part of my job.
I love the diversity of projects here the most. I used to work mainly on freelance before Gurtam, and I had a strong belief that no office job could actually provide the same variety of projects freelance does. And man, oh man, was I wrong.
When I see that something I designed really works for users, it brings me a lot of satisfaction and pride.
I love that every project is like a new challenge for me. So one day I'm designing exhibition stand, next day socks or awards for partners, and it never gets boring.
Will designers even still exist, or AI will replace all of you?
I expect some synergy, design, AI and development. AI good helper, but it can improvise and negotiate as team.
I think the designer's role will become more strategic, and designers will do less routine and concentrating more on business and people goals.
I think AI will help us with routine tasks, but it will not help us with clients who saying add more design to the design. So it's kind of still our job. But I think designers will still exist and our role will evolve, and AI will help us to free up resources for core activities.
AI is definitely changing a lot of processes and daily routines. It makes lots of tasks easier and more likely to be done even, and this will only improve over time. But with all naivety I truly believe that we should not disregard the importance of human-to-human interactions in design processes.
How do you know a design is good?
People don't struggle, don't ask many questions, and all feels natural. The good design just works.
good design is relative. I remember a situation when people want just crap, but for them it was good design. For me personally, good means covering some need and making visually appealing.
Well, I agree with Vlad here. If it works, it is a good design. It doesn't matter if it is trendy, proportionally correct, etc. It can be ugly for all I care, but if it solves the intended problem, it is a good design.
What advice would you give yourself on your first day as a designer?
Save your files constantly.
Don't delete what you don't need right now.
That the opinions are subjective and relative, so they do not always define the success and quality of a design work. So choose wisely which ones to consider and give yourself enough space to grow and be creative.
Accept user feedback easier and always be open for alternatives.
Final thoughts?
Empathy and general understanding of human nature and behaviors. I'd say it is crucial for both communication processes and a good design work.
In general, design gets me high. It's a cool industry with space not only for creativity, but for constant improvement and development. I always have a lot of communication with our different employees. Product managers, developers, business analysts, QA and others. Finally, I can recommend if you want to change profession or try it yourself as designer, just study technical base, how website, application, internet works, how teams work. It will help you a lot for your future work.
This job is not just about creativity, it's also about logic, empathy and collaboration.
What looks simple usually takes hours of thinking, trying, failing, trying again. But that's the magic of design, making hard things look easy.